So the project is called The Mistress of Orda. Basically, she looks like the silhouette of a woman on the wall. Legend speaks of a spirit in the cave called the Mistress of Orda. She lives there. It's true, she does exist, and you'll get the chance to meet her.
Are you trying to scare me or are you being serious?
Yeah, I'm being serious. The cave entrance is via the Kongur River. It's the longest gypsum crystal cave in the world. It's more than 5 kilometers long, and it's the second longest water cave in Europe. Some say it might even become the longest in Europe.
Did I tell you that I'm claustrophobic?
Not yet. We'll soon see.
Our estimated time of arrival at Perm's Bolshoi Savino Airport is 3:30 p.m. local time.
Bogdan is driving. Oh, look who's here.
Hello, darling.
And who's this?
It's our doggy.
Oh, little cave dog.
Yes, special little cave dog.
I think she's happy. She knows that we finally arrived. Maybe we'll drink some tea?
Yeah, let's go. When I'm on camera, I'm always at work. I never let myself get to the point where I feel that I can't do something or let it show that I need to breathe.
Why did you say that?
Yeah, we know. Natalia went to swim on Wednesday and came back on Saturday.
Yeah, you're just gonna go and hang me on the rack. Why the Orda Cave? For one thing, it's an amazing natural phenomenon. It's a very beautiful site, actually protected by UNESCO. It's a very beautiful place, and this beauty is something that just needs to be shown to people, especially since now people are more focused on foreign places, and they forget about Russia, our motherland, which is absolutely unique and wonderful. There was a time that I discovered that I had some fears, both as a person and as a free diver. I'm afraid to go into closed spaces. I'm afraid when things are overhead or when it's narrow, dark, or cold. I need to do this. I need to go into the cave and dive into the cold water in this darkness with a light.
Well, she's concentrating before the dive. She's calming down, clearing her mind. She's working on her pranayama breathing, communing with nature, becoming one with God. She probably needs to. There'll be photographs. They'll be published in a magazine. These will be a chapter in a book that we're preparing about Natalia's adventure, about the project. She has her own idea. She wants to tell the world about her performance.
All right, well, now we're going somewhere. It's not really clear exactly where, but it looks like a really nice place. A bit scary. And this equipment, it really weighs you down. I'm not really used to this thick suit and this great amount of stuff. It's really hard to breathe, hard to know what exactly you're feeling. I just want to forget about it and not really go anywhere, to tell the truth. But the water, it usually relaxes everything. I think my face is going to get very cold. I've gotten used to cold water. I'm going, Andre.
So, we're going to shoot from up top.
Okay.
Go in and then come out.
I'll dive there and...
Just wait for the water to come down.
There's a feeling of uncertainty. There's always a bit of anxiety involved. You just have to try to accept it. My face is already used to it, although I can still feel how cold the water is.
Does she have to come back now?
There she is. Here she comes.
How are you there, Natalia?
Wonderful, just wonderful.
How do you feel?
Unreal.
Have your ears gone?
They've popped just fine.
Are you going to go again?
Of course, guys, it's simply amazing. You go down there and it's like you live there. It's like, I don't know, but I didn't even feel like I was underwater.
To be honest, Natalia's reaction was very encouraging. I really wanted her to like the cave, and I can see she clearly did. No wonder we wanted her to dive here, and that she wanted to herself. And now it's finally happened, I can honestly say I'm very happy.
I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Absolutely amazing. I've got to keep warm now. For the uninitiated, it's considerably difficult because the biggest comes from the cold.
Take off your hood.
Oh, yeah. But for me, that's not hard. The biggest factor down there for me, it's the closed space. Darkness in a closed space, that's a bit difficult. This cave is very light. She's very kind, but strict. She demands a person's respect, and it's very important when going there to try to understand her rules. Now I'm going to swim without the help of scuba gear. I'm going to do very short dives. If it's cold, that can only be felt in crystal clean water.
12 meters, because the surface of the lake is 6 meters.
All right, I'm all attached. That's it. I'm stuck to the bottom. I'm not going to float up. Quite the opposite. I'm caught. I'll show that I'm overloaded and that I'm not going to be able to hang there. In this cave, you definitely feel like Alice in Wonderland. That's because every time, even when you're in the exact same place, the light there is a little bit different, and everything is completely transformed. You get this feeling that you're somewhere that you've never actually been before.
So the standby diver and the lighting cameraman are on their own. Should anything happen to them, we won't know for quite some time. Well, I guess that's...
Aren't you a cave diver?
So what? If I have an oxygen leak, no one will ever see it. You see? He can see me and come to the rescue.
We can use sign language to communicate.
Who's coming?
Who do you think? Good grief, it's minus 34.
Get out of here.
It's freaking cold out there.
It's even worse than yesterday.
I know. It's horrible. It's just awful. Anyway, are you wide awake?
I'm up. Let's go.
Did you pray? Did you say your prayers last night?
I prayed.
Good. Well, are you ready?
More or less.
Vladimir, you're going to have to unbuckle me in the lake. Everything is standing still. Nothing is moving. It's probably 17 degrees there. And it's 30 outside.
Today we're going to train without any gadgets. These devices will be attached to my leg, and they're also going to be attached to a rope and a diving weight. So I'm basically going to be tied to the bottom. In any case, we've got a quick release system here. When a person dives underwater, the blood vessels in their limbs automatically start to constrict. This is because our arms and legs don't have a crucial function. Blood that's enriched by oxygen rushes from the periphery to the center and begins to circulate in the torso, focusing on the essential organs, especially the brain, heart, lungs, kidneys, and liver. The body at this point begins to slow down a bit. It's called bradycardia, which means your heart rate drops.
There are 12 cities in the United States in which half of the people with HIV/AIDS lives.
Within a year of a diagnosis of HIV, over 62% of those patients are diagnosed with AIDS.
This is a problem that, frankly, is substantially preventable.
It was like the big elephant in the room and nobody wanted to talk about it.
There were really good public health campaigns. If people were really focused on this problem, you certainly should be able to have a lot less HIV, a lot less human suffering.
Do we speak your language? Want news, programs, entries in Spanish? What matters to you? Breaking news, alternative angles, hidden stories. Are you here? Then try RT Spanish. To find out more, visit actualidad.rt.com.
Does everyone remember where they're standing? Andrea's hanging from the top and watching. Do you remember your position? With the scooter. You're not bringing air, you're hanging and watching. Maybe Vladimir will bring you air. And if everything is okay, or if there's a problem with the oxygen tank, it's up to you.
First, we have to check the suit. Now we're gonna put in the soap solution. And here's the first stuff we've got to put in. All right, now I'm gonna put on the pants. Oh, they're very thick and very disgusting. I'm gonna pull them up. Now the socks. Oh, it's so hard to breathe. Impossible.
Guys, Natalia's going to be here in 10 minutes.
Andrei, do you have any hex key wrenches with you? I'm having some trouble here.
It was laying on the top, not laying on the bottom. That didn't help.
Mine was on the table, totally frozen.
Well, yeah, now it will defrost in the water. These conditions are extreme. We know that.
You'll freeze without a hat.
Why isn't anything working today? Well, everyone ready?
Imagine that you're like a knight on a quest. Who didn't call me? Who didn't call me? Come on. I'm there sleeping, and then all of a sudden they call and say, Natalia, let's go into the water. And I don't know if I should get dressed or what. No, everything's fine. It's all good. Now we're preparing for the dive. I need to load this stuff on. All right, where's my stuff? Where is it? Guys, if there's something wrong with the wig, we can fix it underwater, I hope.
We'll try.
Should I take the bobby pins?
Bring them with you.
Angels. Don't worry. Everything will be okay. Don't worry, I've got more than enough air. The most important thing is not to freeze. If you're gonna freeze, grab a sleeping bag. I'm not gonna sit there. I look like a gift box. All right, they took everything. For now, I'm gonna breathe there. Sit. Get used to it. You can set me up. Okay, dears, I'm off. Awful. If only you knew. I feel like a cosmonaut right now.
Or one of the girls from ABBA.
Today was harder because we had to do everything in water. And at first, I was just covered in all this material. That wasn't the case yesterday. There's a feeling like you're really seeing some sort of cloud. It's like someone appears there. Really, the mistress of the Orda is alive. At this moment, I really laughed at myself. Everything was so easy. I just dived in like I was getting into a taxi. Of course, on the team, everyone has their own role. And everyone has to do it right, because if one person messes up, then there's going to be a big problem for the whole team.
It's me who's responsible for safety.
I've got a 7mm thick suit for free diving with open pores inside and a smooth skin outside. I've got neoprene socks and neoprene gloves. I took 4, maybe 6 breaths and then started again.
Natalia is currently in a situation where she can't save herself. It's a critical moment, and she has to understand clearly that they will save her, and she has to trust them enough to put her life in their hands.
At that moment, yeah. Completely dependent upon them.
We've put her on the rock. It's a tough one.
Now it looks like we're on our way out. We've done everything. It's all over. I don't think anyone else in the world has done this.
Yeah, it's cool.
Hello. Oh, who's that? What happened? Oh, it's cloudy. Wow, just wow. Crazy, completely crazy. I'm all stiff today. Take my clothes off, please.
Well, as usual, miraculously none of us died. We were all saved. Natalia, here's a healing stone from the cave for you.
Thank you.
Be careful.
Every effort was made to drown me today. Kidding, kidding, kidding. It was fabulous, they say. There was mud, a lot of people, and a small canyon.
There was a narrow passageway, and there was mud inside it, and it wasn't clear what was happening. Anyone in there without oxygen isn't going to be very comfortable. She simply has more adrenaline. That's why there's the rush and the body shaking. Basically, any risk in life, even those that are just imagined, they're there always because of the release of adrenaline. It dissolves into a feeling of euphoric happiness. It's normal. Listen, well, On the outside, it was scary when that debris came down from up there.
Nothing was visible from where I was floating. I dropped down over the threshold and I saw everything that you see there.
I'll show Vladimir what it's all about. We'll just get out of here. But we're tangled in cords and it's a mess until we get it all unraveled. I float out from the clouds of smoke and there, the clear water, and I think, why are you just standing there? You have no idea what's going on in there.
You need to respect her self-control. She has never dived in a cave before and waited until it was all over. We didn't even have to take her by the hand to pull her out. That means a lot. She spent years working on herself. Some sort of psychology.
Well, it was wonderful. Everything that was supposed to happen happened. Bogdan, how was it?
Good, I hope.
All right, let's have the cap. Cap, cap, cap. Mittens, mittens. And most importantly, Victor gave me a rock from the cave.
You should be more careful or you won't come back. Another fantastic idea has popped into my head.
What we wanted from Natalia at first was for her to flow like water. She represents the mistress of Orda, the spirit, the goddess. She needed to be like water, flow like water, and be the cave. By accident or not, she moved as people do on land. These movements are normal for a person on the ground, but not underwater. And now she's so tired she doesn't have the strength to fight the water density and simply flowed with it. That was clear to everyone, even the safety guys.
She did a lot better.
So calm, relaxed, much less cold. I looked at her face and could see that she was really very pleased.
It's not about how deep I can dive or how long I can hold my breath. It's not about how long I can be out in the cold while in some sort of difficult situation. I think I'm doing this in these moments to test myself and cleanse myself inside. It's spiritual. It's a way to work on imperfections, on the inhibitions that every person has.